Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Monday, July 2nd, 2018, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Andromeda, the famous mysterious device from Microsoft. Leaked documents seem to show that this new device could be released eventually. It's a foldable device. It's some kind of pocket device. It's like a tablet that could be folded up and fit in your pocket. It's kind of a very special, innovative device. Is it a phone or not? We have no idea. But now new information today seems to point that if it launches, it would be in 2019. And if it launches, because it might also be canceled altogether. Microsoft often does these prototypes, and sometimes they don't make it to the market. But I hope though, because it looks pretty cool and interesting. Comcast had really big problems on Saturday with millions of users touched by a major problem. What happened is the outage touched, of course, internet, phone, cable, and it seems that the big part of the problem, there were some cut fibers. And so is this some kind of, a competition that doesn't like Comcast, or just something else? It's going to be interesting. Things are pretty much back to normal today, Monday, but that was a pretty big outage. YouTube says it's sorry to the LGBTQ community. Now, what happened is there was a little bit of frustration because when YouTube started making sure that ads were, of course, on videos that were, of course, now much more of a, kind of a verified video, making sure that the content was okay. It decided that a lot of ads were inappropriate for anything that had to do with, LGBTQ community. And there are quite a few channels out there that actually deal with this. And of course, this made a lot of users mad. Now, it says it's sorry, and it says that it wants to actually do better, so that it will be looking into how it can actually help monetize the content and not frustrate some advertiser that might be sensitive with issues of the gay community. Fallout 76. So it's very interesting because now this is one of the games that is a lot of gamers are waiting for. What's happening is that Bethesda, the company that actually does the game, announced at E3 that it would actually release this new Fallout game for Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC. But it did announce yesterday, well, during the weekend, there won't be any cross-platform play on this because Sony doesn't want to. So this is also kind of telling us that Sony is a big problem in the cross-platform playing. So you use LTE, long-term evolution, 4G networks, and you think you're safe because you're not on public Wi-Fi. Well, it seems that security researchers have been able to show that LTE is not as secure as it could be, and that the type of encryption used can be defeated, and attackers could send you to malicious sites and even see where you are actually surfing. So this is kind of an interesting outlook here because LTE networks seem to be pretty secure in general. So we'll see if any update will actually fix this. Survey of businesses seems to say that only 14% of businesses have the most basic form of security protocols among employees and IT workers, and that when it comes to adding Internet of Things devices, a lot of office cut the corners to make sure that productivity is there. And this is, of course, of great concern because it also adds the possibility of maybe getting hacked or getting some security issues. Well, maybe we'll be eating tons of things made by robots soon. A interesting study looking at the revolution of robots and artificial intelligence is actually showing that more and more robots are capable of replacing human tasks, and researchers say that more and more of the food industry and the food we eat will entirely be made by robots from beginning to end without even one human interaction. Now that is kind of scary, and that is, you know, a place where jobs might actually be lost. Steam says that 57% of its user base is using Windows 10. Also, that of course, it was up 1.5% from a month ago, and that it should be more than 60% of users in a couple of months. So this means that among gamers on Steam, Windows 10 has really the confidence of a lot of gamers there. Well, Facebook is back in the news. There's a 747-page document that comes from the House Energy and Commerce Committee of the United States, and it says that Facebook shared data with many companies about everything we do, including Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, UPS, and so many more, up to 60 or 70 different companies. Facebook actually says, well, you know, this is just to give Facebook users a better experience. Yeah, right. And are you waiting for prices to go down to buy a graphics card? Well, maybe you want to wait a little bit, as the slump of cryptocurrency value is continuing. There's less and less incentive to do cryptocurrency mining, and it means the demand for graphics cards are actually lower now. So they say that the prices could drop from 20 to 25% in the next few months. Maybe it's worth waiting. And finally, funny little story. Well, not a funny story, but it's funny in the way that it actually unfolds. But it shows you how a lot of people out there have these things in their head of doing bad things with technology. A man in Wisconsin rigged his shoes with a camera to take pictures upskirt. So, you know, he would just put his foot like close to a girl that it was in a skirt and take pictures. Well, there was a problem with the battery that exploded within his shoe, and of course it injured him, and he actually suffered some burns in his foot. So of course that made the camera and everything visible, and now he will face charges. But the good news, he didn't have time to take any pictures. And this was the Tech News Update for Monday, July 2nd, 2018. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.